Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the Infinitum C for the co-op missions to take down the DEX Slasher or the DEX Powerhouse variation. And in today's video, we are using a Roger-led team. Now, I'm going to sort of do my run for this particular fight. I'll have it sort of playing in the background, but I'm not really going to talk about the run as a whole. I'm going to more talk about co-op. So with DEX, Zoro Sanji is pretty much like the go-to unit. I would definitely make sure you guys are bringing Zoro Sanji on the team if you guys have Zoro Sanji. Hiyori is another very, very good unit to bring. She can remove a lot of different debuffs. She has a lot of very, very good sailor abilities, and it all works out pretty nicely there. Other very, very nice units to bring, stuff like Cat Viper, Dogstorm, characters that can bypass defensive effects. Blackbeard's another really, really good shout. Or Roger himself. Roger can get around Special Bind, and that's the big reason I chose Roger as my captain. However, it's co-op, so you are reliant on the other team that your friend captain brings as well. Now, this video is a little bit long because co-op's in a bit of a shambles moment at the minute. We have a lot of crashes, we have a lot of bugs, and a lot of stuff to figure out. So, this particular run is nowhere near as long as what it actually should be, but because of these bugs, it does take a little bit longer. Now, the right people have been informed about this. Hopefully, they're working on it because co-op is a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of co-op. I think they've done a really, really good job with co-op. It does have its problems, which we'll touch on. I'll probably do a video with Papi or something like that discussing the game mode. But it's a lot of fun. Having the aspect of two people jump in and run the same content is really fun. Obviously, you jump in Discord calls and you can talk to each other. And hell, you can even run it with randoms and still actually get it done very, very nicely. If you guys are trying these particular teams for the Infinitum C, you want to try and find a co-op friend that is running the following units. Gear 5, 6-star as a captain is absolutely fantastic. Or Momonosuke in his dragon form. This particular one you see on screen right now that my homie Kaido is using are very, very good leads as captains. Obviously, the anniversary characters too, Shanks or Luffy, they all work great as well. And having a co-op captain that is maxed out, that has an attack style to kill stage 3 is going to work very, very nicely. So if you have a bunch of friends on your friends list that can help you out in these particular modes, it's obviously going to work a little bit nicer for you. However, if you are jumping in to just, like, if you're building a room and you're having randoms join your room, you really want to try and find someone that has Gear 5 Luffy or Momo as a captain. As for the subs, you really want them to have either Zoro Sanji and Nami Karina as subs, and then 2 other units. Other units that are great in the co-op game mode are stuff like 6+ Chopper, 6+ Bonnie, very, very good unit. Robin and Jinbei, it's fantastic. Even Roger and Whitebeard is quite good as well. But with the co-op game mode, it is very RNG reliant depending on what bosses you get per stage. Obviously, there are a bunch of bosses in Infinitum C. There's 4 boss stages that can have all random different bosses. So using stuff like supports, using stuff like characters that can get around a lot of different effects is going to be the best option. So whether or not you can build the exact team you guys see on my screen, or whether you guys can build a team that you guys see elsewhere, it's really going to come down to what friend captain you get. And the best way to run it is to have a friend that is using this farm-based team. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but look, farming co-op mode is going to have its benefits there regardless. So, like I said, if you can find a friend that does that, or find a random that has these types of units, it is going to make your runs a lot smoother. So for myself, I hit up the homie Mr. J, or like we have an abundance obviously of people in the Discord. We have a bunch of co-op channels too. Feel free to reach out to people if you guys want to get together and chat in the Discord, and that way you can sort of help each other get this game mode done, and it works very, very nicely. For most teams, whether or not you're running the same variation as what Jay's running for your support team or something a little bit different, most teams will struggle a little bit when you come up against Moria, but that obviously sort of just depends on your team build and team composition. Remember, if you don't clear the Infinitum C the first time, you can always dive back in, because obviously it is a very RNG related game mode. In the sense, it depends on what bosses you come up against, and it depends on what bosses you actually see. But like I said, if you are running the DEX Slasher one, Roger, Zoro Sanji, Cat Dog, Hiyori. The free-to-play Hodie's a very, very good shout. Characters like Law and characters like Luffy, or characters that have very good support options, are going to be the best characters to use for the deck slasher variation. And then obviously having that friend as well. Now, I cleared the Psi and the Strength missions with randoms. I didn't record my Strength one. I re-recorded it with Jay, but it's very doable to get this done because a lot of people are still farming Infinitum C to try and get their hands on stuff like crystals, the gems for the summons that will be at the end of the season. And they're trying to get their hands on the co-op medal. So there's plenty of people still playing the game. I will try and look at doing something like a stream, if I can, at least one of the rounds of the season, and just basically say, all right, guys, look, I finished my missions. Here's the friend code. Here's the friend, what's it called? Here's the friend room. Jump on in. I'll be running the booster team. You guys need to bring whatever team you want for the missions, and we can kind of go from there. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comment section below. Belt the like button on today's video for this video. It has helped you out in any way, and giving you a bit more of an insight on what co-op actually looks like and what to expect when you are trying to clear these Infinitum C missions. Ideally, if you are a newer player or like a mid-game player, farm King of Pirates. King of Pirates still gives very good rewards, and it is a lot easier to deal with than the 6 stages rather than dealing with the 5 stages, because obviously you have to deal with one less boss. It allows you to open the door to a lot more team building and obviously a lot more RNG. The big difference with Infinitum C is you have this particular boss at the end that can be any of the Straw Hats, which is a lot of different Straw Hats. You have 10 different options on this final stage, and all of them do very different things, and that's what makes it a little bit challenging for new to mid-level players. But like I said, there's no shame farming King of Hell, King of the Pirates. There's no shame trying to just max out your Chopper Man missions and then sort of work on Infinitum C a little bit later. If you can build this sort of like helpful team with stuff like Zoro Sanji, Nami Karina, Momo, Gear 5, 6-star, Chopper, Bonnie, those types of characters, you're obviously going to help out a lot of people. And even if you just run Infinitum C with these types of characters, maybe link up with someone that has a similar team, add them as a friend, and then try and build some stuff that with what your box is capable of, and have someone help you out is the aim of the game. Remember, it is co-op, so unfortunately, that does mean that you are going to be stuck with relying on another person. And I think that's probably a lot of people's gripes with the game mode, but at the same time, like, that's the game mode. Game mode is only out for 7 days as well, as far as we know. The Chopper Man missions are definitely only out for 7 days, so make sure you are doing your best to try and clear as many of them as possible, so that way you can sort of just get as many rewards. Now remember, co-op is going to become a very prevalent game mode within the system. It's a great way for you guys to pick up not only a free-to-play character at the end of every season, but it's also a great way of picking up stuff like new legends, new rare recruits, getting 150s, getting stuff like tomes and cotton candy, and those medals, the friendship medals. This is a great way of farming them up, and if you're a new player, this is a terrific time to be farming up some of those very valuable materials that you really don't want to be farming anywhere else in the game when you have so many other things to do. Co-op, look, it needs a lot of work, but at the same time, I love that it's in the game. I'm a massive fan of it. Hopefully, they can tweak out some of these bugs to make it a little bit more enjoyable for like majority of the player base. But like I said, co-op is a game mode where you need to rely on someone else as well as them relying on you. So reach out to the community, join your Discords, comment on YouTube videos, hit up the content creators. Because like I said, I would love to do a stream, even if it's only for like 2 hours. And honestly, I might prioritize that tonight for about an hour and a half to 2 hours of just streaming for you guys and just opening the door so you guys can jump in. We can try and clear some Infinitum C for you, and that way you guys can get as many of the Chopper Man missions done. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt the like button for me, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Once again, shout out to my homie Jay for being the assist team to actually get this done. Like having an assist team, it just makes it very, very nice. But like I said, it is very, very doable with random friend captains, which you guys will see in the Sci-Base team. Enjoy the video, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, like I said. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.